Hello and welcome to Aging Fearlessly. I'm your host, Guillermo, your servant guide to help you in your efforts to create a great life. Now I'm sticking today with the relationship aspect of aging in order to highlight some things you need to do if you're re-entering the dating world in the third stage of your life. This can be a very daunting challenge. It's important that you get good information about it. Now, why am I your messenger here? Well, because I've lived this. I spent over 5 years in the single world after my divorce from a 20-year marriage. And I have to say, this was a difficult time for me, complex, confusing, discouraging, and filled with many unexpected turns and twists. Okay, so let's begin with the first action I recommend you should take if you're at this point in your life. Assess if you're ready to start dating again before you dive into this new world. I know, although most people say, duh, of course you have to assess if you're ready to start dating again. But most people don't do it. The reason for this is that one can feel so much pain and loneliness after ending a long-term relationship that you can be tempted to fill the void by finding a romantic partner right away. Big mistake. The situation is so much different now than when you first started dating. So easy does it here. Some people say a good rule of thumb is to wait a month for every year of the relationship you just left. If that seems too long for you, I would wait a good year before you start dating again. But if you got out of a 20-year plus marriage. Now, if you think you're ready, then go to action that I'm recommending, number 2. Start by just getting out. You don't need to go out on a date in order to find out what's out there. Just start getting out, and you can do this by engaging in things you like to do. After my divorce, I had to move to a new town where I knew no one. So I went to a public park and found a group of people to play tennis with, and then found a gym to go to. And I also started to take salsa lessons. The point of getting out is so that you can start witnessing for yourself that there is life out there, that the sun also rises and there's still beauty in the world. Now, one of the best things I did was to say yes to every invitation that came my way. Okay, not everything, for I turned down an invitation to go skydiving. I've not yet found a reason to jump out of a perfectly good airplane. But I did many things I never thought I would do. I went to the symphony, to art shows. I went to a junior high school to give a presentation. I went to trivia nights in my neighborhood. And I also went with a group on a cycling trip through Spain. All of these things were great, and I got to meet a lot of interesting people. Many of them are still my friends. So make it a point to get out, for if not, the only person you'll be associating with will be the cleaning lady or the UPS driver. Now, you should start making your world bigger than that. Number 3, when you're ready, think about how you want to meet romantic prospects. The reason for this is that much of the old-fashioned way you once knew no longer exists. For example, there are not many singles or divorced church groups, nor do newspapers carry a personal section. Now, there are single things you can do, like taking a trip with a singles travels group, but I was informed that many of these were mostly for hookups. And although that information may be totally wrong, I just didn't do the singles travel bit. I didn't go to bars either to meet people. I didn't think it would result in great outcomes. But the one old-fashioned way I found that still works is to let friends line you up with their friends. Friends are good screeners of prospects for you. So do it. You'll meet interesting people, or at least enjoy the company of your friends. But in today's world, the majority of people find prospective partners online. Now, this can be very scary for you if the last time you went on a date was to a high school dance where you met your future husband. But it is worth doing. I tried my hand at the online thing and met a lot of interesting people. I also met some weirdos as well, but they're probably describing me as a weirdo in their odd group. There are many sites. I mostly use Match, but I also tried eHarmony, OkCupid, Plenty of Fish, Tinder, and Bumble. But there are many more sites, some for seniors like Our Time, Date, My Age, and Silver Singles. All you need to do is a little research and find one or two you like and go for it. Number 4, take precautions to stay safe. For as much as new people can be interesting and exciting, remember that people lie or exaggerate about themselves. This can be anything from their age, education, financial stability, and even marital status. So when you meet someone new, you need to be a little like a detective. It is also important to know that there are scammers out there looking to steal from you, so be careful. So here's my advice. When you decide to meet someone who is new to you, meet in public places. Don't invite them to your home or go to theirs. Don't give out your personal email, phone, or address until you're sure the person's okay. And never, ever, 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 ever give out your bank information. If someone's asking you for this info, they're trying to steal from you. Now, there is a lot of information online about how to protect yourself and your identity when dating and new. Well, that's about it, so thank you for listening to today's program. But now that I think about it, there is one last thing I want you to remember. Dating at this point of your life is about much more than finding true love and a life companion. It is a spiritual and emotional rite of passage. And what do I mean by this? A rite of passage is an important stage in your life that opens you up to deep reflection and self-examination that can lead, frankly, to self-transformation. It is about growing up in an area of your life you still need to deal with. Every one of us faces many of these rites of passage throughout our lives. They're not all the same for every individual, but I believe we all have to go through them, no matter who you are. Now, your greatest reward from this rite of passage process may come in the form of a greater and more evolved you. It changed me so much that I had to write a book about it to share the experiences with others. It is titled Catch and Release, One Man's Improbable Search for True Love and the Meaning of Life. You can pick up a copy on Amazon and you can learn about everything that I went through. Thank you again. I feel privileged to share these experiences with you.